Hello, I'm Glenise Hughes, and I get to facilitate people around the world in creating their dreams come true. How the heck did I get so lucky? Oh my goodness. So, are you willing to not make sense to people? Yeah. I know for a lot of us, like we might just say, well, of course I am. But really, if you look at your life and your living, are you living in a way that is magical and miraculous and following the energy and just doing what you're aware will create more, even if other people don't understand it? Or are you living in a way that you fit in, that you make sense to people, that you can reason and justify your choices? Yeah. So this past weekend, I got to go away to Saskatchewan. So there's a Canadian provinces. Wow, easy for me to say. So there's Alberta that I live in, and then there's Saskatchewan, which I was born and spent many, many years in, and they're side by side. And there's a town called Lloydminster, and it's called a border city because it literally is on the border. And so Saskatchewan actually allows classes of 30 people or less. And with doing a bars class, I just needed to make sure that the person they needed to bring a person to partner with, and they stayed in the same partner for both swaps. So anyway, it just felt so yummy to choose it. And I looked at, okay, so I mean, I could just go that morning and drive home that night and have no additional hotel expenses. That was one choice. That didn't feel yummy. Most of my family lives in that area. So I looked at that, and I'm not really comfortable like going and staying with people right now because it's not actually legal, and I don't want to put other people in that position if they're not okay with it. So I just got a hotel room. And then rather than going, the day before, I went 2 days before, so I had more time and I could, connect with people. And the hotel had this amazing space that we could use, that we could sit at socially distanced table and nobody else was in there, so we could still visit. And it was, oh my gosh, you guys, it was so amazing to actually see people and be with people, and then to facilitate a bars class. Now, the numbers of the bars class was very small, and so the logic of it would be, then one, cancel it. That would be logical. Another logic would be not to have, 3 nights. So I spent the bars class night at the hotel. So I had 3 nights at the hotel. Would not be any nights at the hotel, so that all of that logic. And I'll tell you what I used to run my life like that. Like, I would cancel classes and this was the wording I would use, it's not worth it. And what I would mean is that it's not going to pay my expenses, or I'm not going to make much money above the expenses. And I'm so grateful that I don't choose based on making sense to other people anymore. I choose based on what's going to contribute. And I was so aware that the bars class was going to contribute, no matter how big or small. I was so aware that 3 nights at the hotel was going to contribute, even though it made no financial sense whatsoever. I was so aware. I just knew. And I can't even put into words, guys, how much this weekend, that time there, seeing the people that I care so much about, actually seeing them in person, it just brings me to tears with how much I just was missing that. And I don't even honestly know that I knew how much I was missing it, but I was missing it so much. And because it's not about making sense. It's not about, from the financial case of worth it. Now, could I do that every weekend in terms of, go into a deficit financially every weekend with the business? Of course I could. I'm not sure that you know what I mean. So really it is about what is going to contribute, not what makes sense, not what's logical, not what you can reason and justify with, the people around you, but what's actually going to contribute. The other thing that we get to do with this is, and I do every day, a lot of times throughout the day, is universe. What would it take to pay me for this? I might be going to the bathroom. I might be, recording this video. I might be going out snowshoeing. Universe, what would it take to get paid for this? So that we're actually asking for what we would like. So it's not, again, about whether it's worth it financially. It's really if it contributes and how much more how much it has generated in my life and my living and my business and all the things. And universe, what would it take to get paid for this? So that we're asking, we're receiving, and we're not logicalizing. I don't think that's a word, but I'm making it up. We're actually just willing to be the magical, miraculous us that we truly be. So, something for you to think about. Thank you so much. I look forward to chatting again next week.